What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Red John coming at you with another video. Raiders lose yesterday to the Seattle Seahawks in the last preseason game. It was a lot of undrafted free agents and a lot of you know rookies and third string, fourth stringers in this game. I think that it was interesting because you do see people trying harder, trying to make the roster and trying to actually put in work, but it just didn't have that same intensity as it did the last three games. Personally, I think they're good, but they might make the roster on special teams. That's a long shot too. A lot of players that were on the field today are likely to get cut. This is the last preseason game before cutdowns, and then we get our 53-man roster and we're ready to go. So it's interesting. A lot of people think we will stay with the three quarterbacks. I personally think that's a good idea. It's always good to have a quarterback. You never know when someone's gonna go down during the season, and they might give you a pick for a quarterback that's in your classroom. So I think our quarterback class is pretty good. Derek Carr, of course, I'm a Derek Carr supporter. Everybody knows this. Nathan Peterman, I think, has been looking vastly better than he did when he went against the Chargers that one game. And then vastly better than he did when he was with the Bills. So it's he may have had a very bad showing when he first got introduced to the NFL, but since being on the Raiders, he's adjusted. He's taking a breather here and there, and taking time to learn the system that Gruden is implementing, and I'm impressed. I am. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if we're going to keep him. It seems like Gruden really wants to keep him though, because Mike Glennon, every time Mike Glennon slips up, Gruden pulls him. Like, it's showed in the last two games. Gruden pulls him early and lets Peterman pretty much play out the rest of the game. And I don't know. Maybe that's nothing to read into, but it just seems that way. But it was a good showing on our team's part today. Defensively, they slipped up a lot in this game. I mean, the running game from the Seahawks pretty much ate up the fucking scheme from Paul Gunther's defense. However, there were some good showings, here and there. A couple stuffed runs, a couple stops, and it's good to see some players that aren't household names making plays, and trying to make this roster. So we're gonna lose some good players, but then again, we might pick up some good players. You don't know on the waiver wire who's gonna hit it, so we'll find out. Mike Glennon didn't seem that comfortable, but then again, it might be just an adjustment period. Kind of trying to get a grasp of the system. Peterman had a little bit more time to actually, drain knowledge from Gruden about what he wants to do. So, he did join last year, so he has a little bit more comfort working with what, the system is for. I don't know how to explain it really, but it just seems like he's grasping the whole idea of what Gruden is trying to do better than Glennon. However, Glennon, yardage wise and statistically wise, ain't doing that bad. He was 9-13 for 78 yards, but he ended the season with just 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's kind of breaking even on good and bad. So we'll see what happens. But Mike Glennon, I think he's kind of on the chopping block if we do end up going with just 2 quarterbacks. So Mac Brown was 15 carries for 79 yards, and he was pretty much our only go-to runner. There was a couple good plays he made out there where he made a guy miss, waited patiently, found the hole, took off, made some really nice cuts here and there. And He's a good player, guys. He should be on a roster somewhere, but I don't know if he's gonna make this one. I mean, the depth chart on the running backs, even after putting Doug Martin on IR, deep, fucking deep. So don't know. Special teams might have a place for him, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of players that Mike Mayock and John Gruden got to consider, and I'm glad I am not in their shoes, man. They're gonna break a couple hearts, man. They're gonna end a few dreams, as Gruden would put it. Now, Doss has been the most consistent wide receiver of the whole preseason. He had 6 receptions for 63 yards, and just kept coming in the clutch. Like in late in games in preseason, he would make a catch and make a play, toe drag swag the shit out of a player sometimes. Um, he made some good plays out there, man. I hope he makes the roster. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight, guys. Right behind him is Marshall Aitman. Came up today with a couple good catches, a couple clutch catches throughout the game. He was pretty much Mike Glennon's go-to guy. Um, Aitman ended his day with 4 receptions for 49 yards. Uh, um, Homie was just moving the chains, doing his thing. Um, Now, I want to point out something, guys. I like what Gruden said in Hard Knocks. I haven't been talking about Hard Knocks that much, and it's mostly because everybody else is talking about it. I'm gonna see if, like, anything I want to say, literally, someone's doing a video reviewing, talking about it, or saying the exact same thing that I'm thinking. So it's like, oh well, I want to seem like I'm biting off of someone, you know. So there's a bunch of shit that has been going on Hard Knocks that a bunch of people are happy about and liking, and a lot of people are hating on. Mostly critics, because there's no drama. There's no fucking drama. The biggest fucking scene where there was drama was this one scene in particular where a fight broke out, and it wasn't even our team fighting each other, fighting themselves. It was them fighting another team player because the Rams and Raiders joined practice, and it showed a fight. Only other thing I can think of is probably when Mike Mayock called out AB and said, "Yo, you gotta get your ass to practice because we've exhausted um, all of our patience with this shit." So I don't know, man. Besides that, it seems like more and more analysts are starting to talk shit, saying that this is the most boring season and shit like that. You know what? Y'all kiss my ass. Y'all kiss my ass. Y'all mad at us because we're actually being humble and controlling. Y'all call us fucking dysfunctional and say that we're a screwed up organization, that we're abysmal and all that shit. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Stephen Nate Smith, fucking piece of shit ass analyst, punk ass bitch. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna go on around about that guy, but you guys see that we're actually organized and see that this team is actually functioning on a very controlled level without chaos, and they talk shit about it. Man. And by the way, yo, Pittsburgh, thanks for the ratings, appreciate that. Y'all be watching your boy AB, aren't you? Y'all miss him, don't you? Y'all miss him, don't you? Yeah, I heard about that spike in the ratings over in Pittsburgh. That's some funny shit. Anyways, so what? Back to what Gruden was saying on Hard Knocks. He said, "I don't give a fuck. This team will play anywhere." And I was talking shit on another video about like how bad the field was and how the NFL didn't keep shit up to code. And I like Gruden. All right, I like Gruden, the way Gruden handled it. Basically, the way he said was, "Fuck it, we'll play anywhere." The more I think about it, the more I think he's right. I'm complaining about the field just like the fucking Rams were complaining about the field. The Rams teams were complaining about the field. But at the end of the day, guys, we play on a fucking baseball field. So our team is used to playing on rough turf. Our team is used to playing on, complicated situations. So I guess we got an upper hand in the situation that happened in Canada. We would have, honestly, I think it is what it is. NFL fucked up, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you see that our team is willing to play anywhere, do anything just to get a win. And I like what happened in this game because it kind of showed what my point of view though. It did show my point of view, guys, because look what happened. We got in the red zone like 5 times and we got stopped. If it was an 80-yard field, we would have had a touchdown 5 times. So it does show you can't really take the stats from that last game because it was tainted. And that was just my opinion. And the fact that it was tainted wasn't our fault. It was the Rams' fault and it was the NFL's fault. Okay? The Rams coaches were the ones that wanted to fucking play on an 80-yard field and agreed to play on an 80-yard field. Gruden said, "I'll play on whatever field you fucking want. I'll play on a fucking square field or oversized field. We'll play arena football if you want. I don't give a fuck." So, hey, yo, shout out to the coach. You know what you're talking about, man. That's gonna do it, guys. Just want to speak on that real quick, but it is what it is, guys. Next one, real deal. Can't wait to see y'all, man. Monday Night Football against the freaking Broncos. Ain't nothing better than that, man. Division rival, first game. Let's get this, guys. Let's get this. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Go Raiders.